How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Thank you guys for joining the live. Like I said, we were gonna go live at 7 p.m. today. How are you guys doing? Like I said, we're gonna go live today. We're gonna do the questions. We're gonna be talking side piece talk. No, I'm just joking. It's not side piece talk. I'm just getting both my lives going. So I got my TikTok going. I got my IG going. We're just gonna let it generate. So we're actually gonna do the questions. We're gonna be answering your guys' questions. What's up, Pure Bay? How are you? We're gonna be answering your questions. I got them all loaded up on my system. What's up, Sofia? ¿Cómo estás? I'm just gonna wait for people to join up real quick, and then we'll get started. Hello from OC. What's up, Phoenix? How are you? Just so you guys know, I am live on IG and on TikTok. So just in case you see me answer or talk to somebody else, it's probably on the other chat. Hey, Washington State. What's up, Christina? How are you? Laura, how are you? Dominique, Michelle, how are you? Good evening. How are you guys doing? It doesn't have, I only see the period. Hi from North Cali. What's up, Dental Diva? Hello from Maryland. What's up, Stella? ¿Cómo estás? Ana, ¿cómo estás? Hello from Colorado. Christina, how are you? How are you guys doing? Hi from Austin, Texas. What's up, Lee Company? Hi from NYC. What's up, Mel? ¿Cómo estás? Princess. Stephanie, ¿cómo estás? How are you guys doing? Hi. Oh, shit, I'm trying to catch up. Hello from Colorado. Griselda. Hello from Jessica from Cali. Hi, Sabrina. What's up from the 305 Miami? Oh, shit. Hi from Las Vegas. What's up, Nene? How are you? Sweet for you only. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are doing great. I'm trying to keep up over here. Hi from Anaheim. What's up, KZ? ¿Cómo estás? Baby G. How are you? Did you move already? Yes, I'm out in Arizona. Hello, everyone. What's up, Rose? Hi, me quiero ir hoy. Hey, get ready. Hola from Cali. What's up, Mandela? Hi from, what's up, Crazy Rose? Angie, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Angie from Detroit. I see you. Hey from Cali. What's up, Lady Hijo? Colorado. Urissa, how are you? Aloha from Hawaii. Okay, I see you, Sherry. Shout out to everyone for joining. I'm over here trying to keep up with everybody. Holy shit. Um, but yes, we're gonna be going live here in a little bit. I like how you show love to everyone. Hey, I try to talk to everyone. Hi from Jess from Pennsylvania. What's up, girl? Hi from Miami. What's up? Dang, I don't even know what your name is. Elizabeth, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Just waiting for people to join up. Hello from Irvine, California. What's up, La Mexicana? ¿Cómo estás? Veronica, can I ask a question? You can ask it right now because we're going to get into the questions here in a little bit. But if you have a question, we can knock it out right now because when I start answering the other questions that I have all loaded up, hello from Hemet, California. What's up, Martha? I'm not going to be able to answer. Like, I really don't pay attention to the chat because I try to focus on the question. Because if I don't, I forget what I'm talking about. Hello from Corona, California. And you guys want to know what I also can do now? Hold on. Absolutely not putting myself or my son in the situation ever again makes us both sick. What are you talking about? Hope you had a good Christmas and holiday. Thank you, Samantha. I did. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hello, Melly. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Um, I'm trying to see if I forgot which side. How do I ask questions outside of your live? So send me a DM. You can either send me a DM on TikTok or IG. I do cut your guys' name out, or you can wait for the like when I do the anonymous question over on my IG. It's on my IG though. Let me see. Hello, Bree. ¿Cómo estás? I'm married. A married man wants you to have a baby by him. Thoughts? Absolutely not, girl. You just answered your question. He is married. Do not have a no. Have him get out of a situation first before he even considers, having a baby by you. That's a no. Huge red flag. What's up, Molly? ¿Cómo estás? Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. Do not let that man have a baby by you that is married. Unless he's married to you. Is it healthy spending time with your partner every day? Does it get boring? Hey, I love your videos. What's up, Amy? PS, I love your content. Thank you. Yes, it can get boring. I mean, I don't mind spending time with somebody every day, but you have to remember, like, if not a lot of happens, like, you're not going to be able to have a crazy conversation. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what are you doing now? Like, the same shit I was doing like 20 minutes ago, you know? So just remember that, hey, just wants to mark you. He just wants to mark you. That true. It could be that he's just trying to, he could also have the breeding kink. That's something I learned from TikTok too, that there's such a thing called breeding kink. Like they like to put a baby in everybody, but especially like this man's married, girl. No, it shouldn't be an option for you. Do you think he's gonna leave his wife for you? Probably. probably not gonna happen. So definitely like be sure. Oh shit, it's bad. Hold on. Let me see. All right, so we're gonna get into the questions. So again, when I start answering the questions, I sometimes don't pay attention to the comments because hola, gracias por siempre keeping it real. Hey, thank you, Potra. I appreciate you because I lose my train of thought and I forget what I was saying. You know what I mean? So that's why if as soon as we start answering the questions, I usually just like to answer the questions. I don't pay attention to the comments. So just the FYI, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just trying to keep my train of thought on the question because it's happened before on other lives where I'm answering a question, then I answer a comment, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what was I talking about? Or what was the question? And trust me, it's happened a lot. Me and my partner spend time together every single day. Since we meet, I'm getting used to. I mean, you can. I'm telling you, like you can, but uh, to me, like I always wonder, like how is that conversation gonna go? Like uh, when you're hanging out with somebody every day, it's like, oh, what did you do? I went to work and then I came over here. You know what I mean? Hola, what's up, Moreno Christy? How are you? Anyways, we're gonna get into the questions. Shout out to everyone who's asked the questions. And also, if you want to know how to ask questions, make sure you're following me on IG. That's where I always like put the thing up so you can, Mama, but how are you? Where you guys can ask questions. And then once a month we do the lives where you guys ask questions and we answer them live. But since it's Christmas, I was like, let's do a bonus Christmas episode. So this month we actually got two. Oh my God, it's my birthday. I'm 47. I'm reading your comments. The best birthday present. Hey, well, happy birthday. Well, happy birthday, girl. Aquí de Europa, loving your canal. Hey, thank you all the way from Europe. I see you, girl. What's up, girl? All right, hold on. All right, so we're gonna get into the questions again. Sorry if I miss your comments from now on, just because I'm gonna be trying to pay attention to the questions. All right, let's go. Hello, I'm a huge fan of your show. Well, I love the S and I crave it for so much, and that's all I think about is the 50 Shades of Grey type of shit. I love being blindfolded. Give me an adrenaline rush to think of my partner, what we'll do, especially when I want him to. And okay, girl, hold on, wait for it, wait for it. Super freak, she's super freaky. She's a super freak, she's super. I see you, girl. I see you, girl. I mean, and that's why you need to learn your partner because you can do great things. You know what I mean? Like you can do great things. You can do like some freaky things, and then you can get to that level where you can like tie people up and stuff like that. Because if that's your thing, I'm not saying it's necessarily everybody's thing, but some people love it and some people don't enjoy it. You know, but obviously she obviously loves it. So you know, why wouldn't you want to do it to your partner? So I'm glad that she has communicated her needs to her partner, and that's and that just goes to show you that you can have a great experience with your person. Just having that conversation, telling them what you need. She likes to be tied up, little hand necklaces and things like that. So I'm just saying, go on with your bad self, girl. All right, hold on. Next question. He says I miss you during S a lot. Does that mean he actually misses me or misses the S? Now, girl, it could be that he's only saying it because, my biggest thing is like, are they saying it outside of being intimate? Because you know how sometimes when you're being intimate and then the guy will say, oh, hey, I love you, or I love you, girl. Like, it could be in the moment type of situation. Like, is he saying it outside? Does he say, hey, I miss you outside of being intimate? Because then if he does, then maybe, But if he's not saying it outside of being intimate, he probably doesn't miss you. He just misses being in you, if that makes sense. So just pay attention to that, because things happen in the moment. You say some things sometimes, because I've said this before, like just because he calls you sometimes they'll be like, oh, let me F you like my dirty little, like, so does that mean that you're a dirty little, so, because I'm sure outside of being intimate, he's not calling you a dirty little. So I don't know if that makes sense, but unless he's saying it outside of being intimate, then probably not, girl. All right, next question. All right. I met someone online we've been talking about for 3 months. Every day he confessed he's married, and so am I. We have not slept together, but the temptation is there. We don't want to cheat on our spouses. We stopped talking for a couple of days. We were both miserable. Help. Technically, you already cheated, because just opening that door is already cheating. Because I guarantee you, like, if you caught him talking to another girl like that, you would probably say he's emotionally cheating. Am I lying? Because if you don't want something done to you, don't do it to them. I always say that, right? So you already opened the door, let this person in, you've gotten to attach to this person, and you could also be liking the feelings that say your partner, your husband right now, and his partner, maybe they're not flirting, maybe they're not being intimate, so they're not feeling these like, oh, like being wanted feelings and things like that. So it could be that you're liking that, you're not necessarily liking this dude, because that's how rebounds happen. Rebounds happen because you fall in love with the feelings, not with the person. So you already stepped out, technically, to me, and I'm sure people agree with me in the chat, that you already stepped out of the marriage, opening the door. Like, and what I mean by opening the door is like maybe flirting with each other, maybe talking about things, because you know there's a difference between like maybe a client reaching out to you and being like, hey, I'm looking to get X, Y, and Z done, like whatever your business is. Whole different story compared to like, hey, like my wife this and this at home. Like, you see what I mean? Like, there's a difference here. Okay, so technically, Ola from Glendale, Arizona. What's up, girl? I'm over here in Gilbert, actually. Let's get into the next question. All right. I love to be on top, and oh, I love to be on to A. Thank you for the gift, girl. I see you. Thank you, girl. I love to be on top all the time. I find that orgasm more while I'm on top doing reverse. Now, girl, hold on, hold on, hold on. Girl, you be a freak, and I love that. I love that. I love that you like to be on top, because everybody has their position. Because like I said before, like I like me a little bit of doggy action, like that shit. Like I don't know why it turns me on. Seeing the booty jiggles, just macaroni noises and things like that. Uh, so I'm glad you learned the position that you like, and I'm sure the guy enjoys it too, because that's an excellent view, if you ask me. Reverse cowgirl is an excellent view for the guy, because you get a whole lot of visual action, if you know what I'm talking about. So, and then you can smack it a little bit if you want to. You can just like hold on to it a little bit of it, if you want to, and things like that. So, I'm glad you learned what you enjoy, and you continue to do that. And I'm hoping other people are on here and the message here is, let your partner know what you enjoy or what you really like, so that way they can do that to you. So just saying. All right, next question. Do guys like when you make the first move sexually or in general? I'm a bold female, and I feel like sometimes guys don't know how to handle that. Now, I think it totally depends on the guy, because for the most part, like for example, I like to be dominant. Thank you, Gabby. I like to be dominant, right? And I'm usually the one that leads, does what X, Y, and Z, right? But it's nice that also the girl will take initiative and do stuff too, like out of nowhere. Like just say like you guys are just hanging out, and then you just grab his pants and unbuckle it, pull him down, and then just go to town, right? Like that shit is hot, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Guys enjoy that, like especially like I said, I'm a pretty dominant person. So for the most part, like I kind of sometimes, most of the time, initiate the first move or initiate that. But sometimes it's nice when the girl starts it too, like does that, and you're just like, whoa, what's going on here? I don't know, like these. I like it though, like so it's fun. So, but also like shooting your shot outside of being sexual, absolutely, because like sometimes you don't know that maybe this person is into you, and so the only way you're gonna find out is, hey, like maybe we should go get dinner sometimes or lunch or something like that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, because I've said it before. I know some people who have shooten their shot and they're actually married now. The girl, she went to go shoot her shot, and guess what? She married that man, and it's cool. I hope I can get them on the podcast later on so that they can explain their situation. But it was basically that the guy didn't know that she was into him like that. He wasn't picking up what she was putting down. He wasn't catching on the signals and stuff like that. So that could happen. I'm not saying it's the case every time. And sometimes it could be that maybe they're just not. But the only way you're going to find out is what I'm trying to say is by asking. If they reject you, oh, it's okay. People get rejected. I've been rejected. People all over have been rejected. It happens. And this is how you get it out of your head. Okay, oh, shit, it's not going to work because they said no. So, all right, next question. All right. I smashed and I went back. Oh, okay. I smashed and I never went back because this dude I slept with wanted me to give him all the time. Although I love giving him, he never made me, and his performance sucked. And see, fellas, I hope you guys are watching this. Hold on, let me take this down. I hope you guys are watching this and you guys see that girls have needs too. You need to be thinking of them. My top priority is the girl. Like, is she having a great time? Is she finishing? Is she like what is she doing? A lot of guys focus on themselves, and which if you're just in there for like a quickie or whatever, like just in and out, okay, I see that, like just finishing quick, but you need to like focus on the girl. And especially like if you smash and that's all like you do, the girl's gonna be like, this is kind of whack. You know, you're getting all the pleasure, I'm over here just laying here like, what the fuck, what about me? So hopefully lesson learned. Maybe next time don't be going down on that. Maybe have him earn you going down on him. And don't let him don't do it unless he does it, or you should use it as a reward system, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna do it until he makes me finish. So I'm just saying you could use that as a reward system. All right, hold on. We're gonna get into the next question. Little parched, and I said we're gonna go through all these questions. After filtering them and stuff like that, there was like 51 questions or something like that. So, and what I mean by filtering them is sometimes like some of the questions aren't video worthy. Like, hey, what's your favorite color? I smashed and I didn't go back because he jackrabbited on top of me and he wanted me to eat his booty after. Now, fellas, like you need a little, you know, be using the hips a little bit, you know, like you don't need to go in there and just like jackrabbit it. You just gotta like slowly, you know, like there's times where you can go fast, there's times where you go slow. That way, like when you're going slow, she can feel like every little vein, like just like in, you know what I mean? Like I'm over here gonna freaking get suspended off live again. So just sometimes, you know, go slow, take it slow, let her feel every vein, every little crevice, everything. So that way she can be like, holy shit. I'm just saying, you know, something you could do. Just a maybe a little pointer, a little tip, you know, or just give her the tip. But all right, let me go into. I'm gonna end up getting banned on freaking TikTok again. Watch. All right, next question. Thank you, Yvette, for the gifts. Thank you. I love going down and eating my man's. It makes me so. He loves it too. But after 2 years together, he has only just gone down on. He has only just gone on down on me. I feel like I have to ask him to pleasure me and hate asking. Am I doing too much pleasure him? He thinks I don't need to be pleasured. Oh, absolutely not, girl. I think you meant to put a number there, but it didn't. You ended up forgetting to put it on there. But no, absolutely not. Like if he's not going down on you and like doing the things that you enjoy, stop doing it to him. Like, why are you doing it to him if he's not giving you that in return? Because it's supposed to be like, hey, I'll do this for you, and then you do this for me, right? You know, I'm not saying like because I enjoy doing it to a girl, and then I like getting it too, if that makes sense. Not the booty part. Okay, hold on. We're talking about going down, right? But I mean, the red flag was where he was like, he wanted it in the booty. Like, no, I'm just joking. If you like booty play, then hey, all for you. But what I'm saying is like, if he's not doing it for you, you need to stop doing it for him, okay? Because it should be like, hey, I want to please you, and then you please me, you know, and then back and forth. That's how it should be. You having to ask. That's what I'm saying. Like, you should stop asking. Just stop asking, and stop doing it for him. And then if he asks, how come you don't do it? Be like, well, you don't do it for me, so like, I guess it's okay, right? And sometimes you gotta play that game, you know, especially if they're your husband or your partner and stuff. You gotta play that game. You'd be like, well, shit, you don't have to do it, so I guess I don't have to do it, right? Just saying, you can play that game and see where it goes. All right, next question. My dirty little kink is when he's on top and his is deep inside. He uses his and massages my simultaneously, and right when I'm about to, he'll turn me over and hit it from the back while I extend my hand to caress his, and both come at the same time. Now, girl, all right. Super freak, she's super freaky. She's a super freak, super. I mean, little freak we got over here, and um, and and see, like this is the beautiful part. Like you get to learn your partner. You get to learn that hey, like when I do this, and then just like the different things, like where you learn, like hey, like he knows where I'm about to finish, so he'll like pull out, flip me around, and then keep going, and then I know that this turns him on, and I'm gonna do this right, and that's why I said like learning your partner is amazing because you get a just the experience goes to another level, and you're no longer just like hey, like regular positions. You get to do different things and just make it a whole better experience because now she's having a great experience, he's having a great experience, and it's just a good time. And you're gonna want to keep doing it compared to like if you're doing like the boring same positions over and over, and then really nothing going on, no passion. There's no spice there. It gets boring. It gets old. But if you learn your partner and then try new things too, that's another thing that I wanted to tell people is that trying new. If you haven't tried it, at least try it once. And if it's a no go, then it's a no go, right? But again, depends on the thing. You got to be comfortable with it. I'm not saying like let her go buy a freaking a thing and let her peg you or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like if there's like a certain position, certain edible thing that you could use, certain pill, certain honey, and things like that. Be open to try these things. There's nothing wrong with that. So again, sorry if I miss you guys' comments. I'm over here. I need to focus on the question because I'll forget what I'm talking about. All right, next question. All right. Advice on giving men. I was with my ex and he didn't let me give. Oh, he was broken. Now with someone new, I want to try it. Now, based off TikToks, because I've asked these questions before on TikTok, and based off what the girls say, and based off me being a receiving on the receiving end, I'm very huge into visual. Like I like to see what's going on. I like to see like I like for some her lips around it, her looking at me, it just like her choking on, her gagging, like that shit turns me on. I'm a really visual person. And then if you can get a little bit more sloppy with it, then a little bit more sloppy with it. And then based off these TikToks, like there's some guys who like it when you like play with the little fellas down there, like make them bounce a little bit. Maybe a little sucking action going on those. Uh, I talked about it before. Like I had a girl do that to me one time where, like sucking on the little fellas down there did nothing for me. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't turn me on. I was just like, okay. It turned her on. So I was just like, okay. And just let it happen. But I was like, it didn't bring me anything. But since she enjoyed it, I was like, whatever. Right. And so that's why, like, just try new things. Don't be afraid to try new things. As long as you're comfortable with it. That way you can get freakier and just make the experience better overall. So, next question. Why after 11 years would I develop the urge to cheat? I've never felt like this before. I've had attention from other men before, but it never made me feel warm and gooey inside the way it does now. My partner was often caught doing things he was not supposed to be doing, and I just moved past. Hold on. Now it feels so mentally checked out. I love my family. I have always wanted a family home, but now it's like my man just wants to be all over me. I just feel the ick and annoyed. Help! I'm not sure what it is going to save what's going to save this relationship. Now it kind of some people get to that point when they're just the relationship is over. I mean, I don't know what's happened before. Maybe like there was no spice in the relationship. Maybe there was no intimacy. Maybe or it lacked intimacy. Like I don't know what was going on there, but people grow apart. That's why I tell people you need to be like you need to flirt with your girl. You need to be spicy with your person because it can get to the point where you're just not in it anymore. And especially like if he's been doing stuff to you, you just get pulled more and more apart, and it happens, and it's sometimes harder. Like it's no longer you can fix it. You get to the point, and it kind of sounds like you've gotten to that point where you just don't want to anymore. Like you've already been through the pain, been like pulled apart from it, and now you're just like, no. I'm like, no. Like, and it's happened. Like you can fall out of love, and that's what I think has happened there. That you have been pulled far apart from this relationship, and now when he knows he's about to lose you, now he wants to do all these things, but you're already mentally checked out, and it happens. And there's nothing you can really do to check yourself back in, because if you've gotten to the point where you checked out, it's very difficult, or if probably impossible to some people, to get back feeling the same towards that person. And if you feel like that, and I get it, you wanted to keep your family, but never stay just because like you want to make the kids happy. At the end of the day, I'm sure they would be happy in two separate homes than seeing like you not seeing that parent dynamic, meaning like the mom and the dad, the mom and the step parent, and the dad and the stepmom like type of relationship. Not like oh, they don't even touch each other. They never even kiss. Like I remember there was this couple a long time ago. I had no idea they were together. No idea. They would never hold hands. They would never kiss. They would never nothing. No idea they were together. None. They said they were together. People were like, "Oh yeah, they're together," and I'm like, they even when they stood next to each other. You know how like when somebody stands next to each other and like you can tell they're a couple. No, like their body language was like brother and sister vibes. So. All right, next question. All right. Question. Hubby and I have been together for 15 years and I want to try eating his, but I don't know how exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Help. Now, this one, somebody else is going to have to help you with this, because I've said it before, I really don't enjoy a girl playing around that area for me. So to me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, do this. But I mean, ladies, if you're not too embarrassed to answer this question in the chat, like what are some things that your man likes that they can try? Maybe, I don't know, like maybe using a finger? I don't know, is that a thing? Maybe the way they lick it? I don't know. See, that's the thing. Like I don't know, because I don't do it to me. Basically what I'm saying is like you ain't doing it to me, right? But if that's something, one guy asked me and I was like, no, I can't, sorry. See, and it just depends. Like I don't know, my ex put my hand down there and it was a no for me. Yeah, see, like I don't know how to help you on that one, because I don't enjoy a girl being around that area for me, right? And if a different guy likes to be played with his booty hole, like there's nothing wrong with that. And then that's your thing. It's not my thing. But I don't know what would it like what to do. You know what I mean? Like I have no tips for you, girl. I have absolutely no tips. I have what does her husband even want that? It says that he wants that. Yeah, no, my friends with benefit doesn't like it, so I don't know. See, I think if you don't know what to do, just try different things. Maybe use a finger, maybe use your tongue, like the way you put his legs in the air. I don't know, do it from maybe have him get on all fours and then spread them that way and see what that feels like. Again, girl, I don't know. I've never done it and don't plan on doing it. That's like just the thought of me having my legs in the air like that, like so the girl can like get in there, or me like it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. All right, next question. Sorry, I couldn't help you on that one. Hello, I'm 35 years old. I hopped on dating apps specifically looking for friends with benefits, someone to kick it with here and there. I began texting this guy, but se está haciendo de rogar. Like, what the heck? Le estoy poniendo el charrola de plato y ni me hace vale. Anonymous, please. So she's basically saying that she was on dating apps and she's just looking for friends with benefits, and she started talking to somebody and she's basically giving it to him, like putting it in his face, and he's really not caring for it. I'm thinking that maybe just because you're too available, maybe that's a thing, or maybe he's not attracted to you, because that could also be, because a guy, like if you're offering the cookie and they're attracted to you, trust me, the guy's gonna be like, yo, what's up, girl, let's meet up. But if they feel like it's more like, hey, like when I have time, when I'm available, maybe when Jessica and Savannah, they say no. I'm just making them nicks. They say no, I'll hit you up, that type of situation. Because if you're basically saying, here, my guy, here it is, and he's just like, I'm good, it could be that he's not too attracted to you. He's not. And if you get these vibes from this person, I'm pretty sure there's another guy out there that's gonna be like, well, shit, I'll take it. Hello, me. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be saying something like that. So it could be that I feel like he's maybe it's either one, you're too available and too pushy. Like here, like I need you to destroy me. Because sometimes I'm just saying there could be some guys are like, why is she like too pushy about like is she like this with everybody? Again, I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying that some guys may think that. Uh, or he's just not really attracted to you. But if you're having issues and he's just a friends with benefit and somebody to hook up with, find a different one. Basically it. All right, next question. All right, so I was separated from my husband for 6 months. I started talking to someone else, and my family got mad and kicked me out the house. I went back because I had nowhere to go, but I recently told the old boy I want out, and now my sisters are saying I'm effed up because he changed for me, but I don't have damn. um, See, and this is what happens. Like I hate it when that's something I disagree that some families do is like, no, you have to fix it with this person. You have to fix it when they're not in the relationship. Maybe they're not the ones getting beat. Maybe they're not the ones not being paid attention to, but they want you to work it out with your person. Like, no. Yeah, exactly. Families need to stay out of your relationship. And if you're not happy, they should be like, oh shit. Hey, thank you for the gift, Isabella. If you're not happy in the relationship, they should be like, okay, like, are you sure? Maybe you should think about different options. Because if I went and told my mom, I'm like, hey, yo, like this shit ain't really working. She would talk to me, kind of figure out what's going on, and she'd be like, basically say, well, if it's not working out, maybe you should go and do your own thing. Like she's not gonna be like, no, you guys have to be together. It's no, like it's either you're gonna be together or you're gonna kicked out of the family. We don't want you here. No, that's absolutely super toxic behavior. And sadly to say, a lot of I'm not saying all, I'm saying a lot of Mexican households are like that. They don't want you to get separated. They want you to fix it. They want you to stay in this shitty relationship because you guys are married, you guys are in a family, and things like that. I'm not saying all Mexican families. I'm saying most of them. And then also, depending on your religion or your culture too, like getting divorced, forget about it, right? So it totally depends. But if you're not happy in the relationship, they should respect that. You should even have the conversation with them and tell them, hey, like you're not the one getting beat. If you're getting beat, you're not the one like getting abused, whatever the case may be. Like tell them that you're not going through this stuff. I am. And you're telling me I have to stay in the relationship. So you're telling me like I have to stay and get fucked up. And then eventually maybe he'll stop hitting me, or maybe he'll stop taking advantage of me, or maybe he'll stop being so mentally abusive, and things like that. So maybe having the conversation with your parents too, because hell no. Like if my parents were like that, we probably wouldn't be talking because I'd be like, hell no. So hopefully you get it figured out. Hopefully your family can come around because no, don't be with somebody. And especially when we talked about it earlier, you've already disconnected from that person. You've already like been pulled far away from the relationship and you no longer want to be with this person. Now, you can't just like imagine being in a relationship where you're just there because your family wants you to be there and you're mentally checked out. You're just like, I ain't, whatever. He's cheating, you're cheating. Like it's just a horrible situation. So definitely talk to your parents. All right, next question. My dirty little kink is when I like to pleasure myself to the sound of my neighbors when they are having S. Now, okay, like that's the first one. That's the first time I mean, it's not the first time, but she's super freaky. She's a super freak. Super freak. She's super freaky. All right, so like I'm not saying it's the first time. I'm just saying I can see why, because let's be honest, we've all heard somebody like getting their guts rearranged in the other room. Hopefully it wasn't your parents or family members, but like maybe a friend. Like I've been to like house party. I remember I was at a house party a long time ago and my buddy was in the bathroom and all you heard was like loud as fuck, louder than the fucking music. You could just hear her like moaning like crazy. a little excessive, right? But imagine if you're just like laying down, you haven't gotten any in a while, you hear your neighbors just like banging, you can be like, damn, my homie is destroying that pussy, right? And then you could be like, you know what? It's kind of hot. And then you're just like rub one out. Or even if you're a girl and you're just like you haven't had it in a while, and then just hearing somebody getting like freaking plowed, in the other room, it's going to turn you on a little bit, you just because it's the same thing like when you're watching like online videos, right? Or OnlyFans, like you're watching other people do it. Technically, you're getting a free show. I mean, a free audio show. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. That being a kink. Now, I wouldn't be going to like room to room, in someone's home and being like, "Are they banging in there? Are they banging in here?" Like, no, like you're not gonna catch me doing that. Because I'm pretty sure some people have heard your boy. Because I talked about the story a while back ago. Uh, that I actually got a bad review on my Airbnb profile, for noise complaint because again, I didn't realize it was usually when they have guest house on the description, the guest house is like usually separate. It's not together. But this time it was together and like I was with somebody and let's just say she was not very quiet, right? And then come to find out it's just like great, like left it clean and everything, but like gave me low stars or what, a low review saying like but was really loud late at night. And I was like, I was loud, she was loud. Get it right, okay? But yes, it's happened. But I'm sure it turned them on. I'm sure the husband was like, fuck yeah. Yeah, he knows what he's doing over there. And then the wife was like, oh my God, they're doing that in our home? Jesus Christ, go tell them something. Call the police. All right, sorry, getting a little parched. Next question. My dirty little kink is have a guy pull my hair at the nape. What? At the nape of my neck and spank me, but I find it hard to find a guy that will do it. Hold on. At the nape of your neck? I'm trying to see. Are you trying to say at the bottom of your neck? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a thing? Hold on. First, before I go off on it, is there a nape? Like, am I missing something? At the nape of the neck? Does anybody know what the nape of a neck is? Yes, the nape. What's the fuck? The nape. What's the nape? Beer virtual hug, Scarface? Absolutely. Hold on. What's a nape? NAPE, the bottom of the neck. That's what it's called? A nape? The back of the neck? Like, so these little hairs that are like down here, that's called the neck? Or nape? Huh. Well, I just learned something new. It's all hair. Where the neck and the hair meet. Also, where like the neck and the back hair meet. Is that what you're talking about? She gonna hate me. Okay, I get it. Okay, I just never heard that, so I didn't know what it was like, what it was. But I can see like the last 2 inches of the hair. Okay, I get it now. Hey, if that's your thing, girl, then go off. I had no idea that was called the nape. You know what I mean? Like I just thought it was the whole neck, right? And I've never. I mean, if you like to get your hair pulled right there, imagine like pull my hair and then he pulls it and you're like, no, 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 lower. And you'd be what? No, 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 lower. And then like all of a sudden like you're down by the neck, like at the bottom, and the guy is like, what the fuck is going on here? Like this is barely anything. Ouch, LOL, no thank you. I went from the hair to the back of the hair. You know, I mean, like I said, if that's something you love, then go for it. I love it for you. Have I ever done that? No. I've never done that because I didn't know that was a thing. I'm going to try it now. I'm gonna pull the nape part, to be like, hey, I learned this on TikTok that girls like it. Probably get slapped, but we'll try it. All right, next question. I don't know if this is dirty little king, but I want to have my guy behind me clothed and guide me onto another girl and wearing a strap while standing up in a corner of a crowded club. Okay, descriptive much? I mean, do your thing like that. I'm glad. I think that's not a kink because a kink is something that you do or you like done to you. You know what I mean? That's more of a fantasy, I would think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Unless you're doing it all the time. If this is like regular, you guys are just like he's blindfolding you, taking you to the side of the club with a strap on, and you're doing your thing. If that's going on, then go. Then it is a kink. Like if you guys are doing it all the time, go for it. Then it is a kink. But if you haven't done it, I think that's more of a fantasy, which is still cool. Which is probably still could happen. You just got to get a hold of the club owners, or just do it when nobody's paying attention. But I like where your head is at. Okay, I like where your head is at. You like to be blindfolded. You want to do this to another girl and things like that. So go on with your bad self, girl. Next question. It's a turn on watching how my blowjob makes my man feel. How I take deep down my throat when he's and I know he's sensitive from. I'll keep while he's blowing his body is shaking. Lastly, he melts when he's watching me swallow every little drop. Girl. And that is awesome. That is amazing because yes, I always say the girls who take it all should be protected at all costs because um, they should be protected at all costs because there are very few girls who can take it like a champ like that. You know what I mean? Like usually they don't want to take it. Usually they uh like I've been with someone like who wanted to spit it out, you know, and things like that. And you're just like, come on now, like sorry, this thing is like being stupid dumb. But yes, I love to see the girl take all of it. I love to see like, you know, and then when you keep going, even though like some guys don't like it, but I love it when you keep going after like yeah, because it gets super sensitive. I get it. It gets super sensitive, but I don't know why I really enjoy that when it gets like super sensitive and like it just feel it's like this really intense feeling. I absolutely love it. It's not every guy likes it. You know, some guys are like, oh, I don't like how that made me feel, but that's why you need to talk with your partner. Like I said before, I personally love it and enjoy it. Some people, not so much, you know? So I love it. And then I try my best not to make any faces too, because imagine like she keeps going, like you want to make faces, right? Because it just gets super sensitive. But like I said, I always give the tip to these fellas out here. I'm just bite your bottom lip and just let it go. Just that way you're not making any weird faces. So but yes, they do need to be protected at all costs. So next question. Sorry if I do miss your guys' comments, by the way. Again, how do you feel about girls that have big the guys I've been with have not had an issue when eating me, but I have having a big is an insecurity of mine. And I mean you basically answered it for yourself. Like to the previous guy, it hasn't been an issue. And I'm sure it's not an issue because it's different. Like and I think you're overthinking it, and I get it. People overthink it all the time. They get insecure about certain body parts, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's fine. But if you're not having issues with, you haven't had issues with in the past with people, so I'm pretty sure it's not such a big deal. I think that's more in your head, and who knows? I'm not saying you won't run into somebody who doesn't like it, but if he doesn't like it, I'm pretty sure they're gonna vocalize it, and if they vocalize it, that's not your person because the person you're supposed to be with is gonna love every little part of you, even your big old button. Okay, uh, big old bean. You know, what do they call it? The bean. It was a TikTok. Sorry, he called it a bean or something. Like he liked to flick. They like to flick the bean. So, so anyways, stop being insecure. You're totally fine. Next question. Just restarted my life after 7 years of no S. Jesus Christ, 7 years? My ex couldn't perform with me, but my dirty kink is to use edible lube and whipped cream all over me. And see, girl, and there is nothing wrong with some edible lube. That's why I'm saying, like, you need. And some people are gonna say, "Oh, that's not a kink," or that's, but it's a kink is when somebody does something to you that you really enjoy. Just because maybe it's not your kink or maybe it's normal to you or you don't enjoy it as this other person. Some people, because some people like I've told you before, like my thing is like doggy pulling hair, hand necklaces. That shit turns me on. And some other people, some other guys could be like, nah, what turns me on a lot is this over here, you know? That's what I'm saying. Like everybody could be a little bit different. So there's nothing wrong with being overly like kinky about edible lube, because that just means that you're including stuff. Your partner is letting you include stuff too, which is, I would say, pretty. You guys are in a good space, because there's some guys who don't like to include anything just because they feel insecure about it, or they're like, "What? I can't perform. I'm not everything you need." No, add this, just like supplementing. You know, supplementing the whole experience. You're adding a little bit of lube, a little bit of toys here and there, like different things, a little things to tie people up too. Like, there's nothing wrong with adding stuff like this. You know, it's healthy. So go on with your bad self, girl. All right, next question. All right, let me see. Let me see where I'm at. Met a guy on Chispa on the first day. He told me he was HIV undetectable. It's control. It's not transmittable. He has to take a six pills every day for the rest of his life. I was shocked. He said I could go to his doctor appointment and ask any questions I have. He brought me the paperwork. Opinion. Now, first of all, I had to look this up and stuff like this, but it is true. Like, there are some people who have HIV and it's undetectable. And the whole scenario, they tell you, hey, like, it's untraceable. Like, I have to take these pills. You won't get it. It won't transmit. But you have to agree to it. You know, the good thing is that he's communicating it with you, if that makes sense. He's letting you know up front. And if you don't want to do it, this is your opportunity to be like, it's a no for me, dog. You know, or it's be like, oh, okay, well, maybe you really do like this person, and then you do go to the doctor, and then they explain to you what the situation. There's nothing wrong with that, because imagine, like, because there was an example that this person got it from somebody else and they didn't even know. So now it's not like it was her fault. It was homie's fault, right? And so now she has to explain it to somebody, show paperwork, this, and this. Because imagine, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's being great at communicating, because there's some people who know they have it and they just go all willy nilly and they just don't tell anybody, right? There's people who do that. So it's better that they communicated it with you, and now it's up to you. The ball is in your court. You could either say, I don't feel comfortable with this, I don't want to do it. Or you can be like, can I get more information? Like, can I talk to your doctor and stuff like that? Because again, like, what if you've been talking to this person for like 6-7 months, right? And then he finally lays this on you. And now you're just like, fuck, you know, what do I do here? Like, I really like this dude. And then you talk to the person or the doctor or whatever and figure that out. Because again, imagine, because most people, I saw the chat, I saw y'all. Most of y'all are like, fuck that, I'm out. But imagine if you would have got it from somebody else that you thought was clean, and then now you're put in that position, you know? And so I'm sure they'll be able to find somebody who will be able to look past it. But you know, it sucks being put in that position, because now they have to say this, and then it's either a yes or a no. So see, like, thank you. I'd be minded to hearing more. Thank you. Like, we just have to have an open mind. But I'm just glad that he brought it up to you and gave you, like, hey, yes or no, right? Yes or no. And that's how it should be. And then it's your decision. Instead of him just going all the way and then being later on telling him, hey, this is my issue. Like, I have this, but don't worry, you're fine. And you've already been intimate with this person. So, but again, at the end of the day, you're an adult. You can make your own decision. That's why, but I'm glad he gave you the opportunity to make that decision instead of just like forcing it on you. So, excuse me. Next question. I have horrible stretch marks, like they really deep ones on my stomach and breast. I am petite and attractive. Men always compliment my and head skills, pero no puedo ser más sucia por mis complejos. I want to be kinkier, but my body image hinders me. How do I overcome this? Now, that, if it's bugging you that bad, because I'm pretty sure to some guys it doesn't bug them, right? I always make it the joke, like, hey, like, when they got a little bit extra skin there, you just hold on to it. It's great for higher RPMs and things like that. But at the end of the day, if you're not comfortable with that, the only option to help you get past this is maybe to get that loose skin or those stretch marks removed. That's why people do it, because uh, I'm not saying that's number one solution. Number one solution would be like, hey, like, you're good, and your partner hopefully, is able to communicate this with you. But like, you have to be like, what I'm trying to say is that you have to get over it. Meaning, like, if to get over it means getting surgery and getting it removed, then do that. But for the most part, I'm telling you right now that guys don't care. You know, I've seen girls with stretch marks. I've seen girls with loose skin, especially after they had kids. It happens. Like, their body changes, and it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I get it. Like, a girl would be like, because everybody's insecure about something about themselves. You know, there's very rare where somebody's not insecure about themselves. So, or like something about themselves. So I get it, and it's really hard to just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just forget about it because they don't care. It's, trust me, that's why I'm trying to be like, trying to compromise here, not just be like, you're fine, get over it, no one cares. You know, that doesn't convince you in your head. But that's why I said, like, if, like, even if your partner can only tell you so much and things like that, and if even that doesn't help at the end of the day, maybe getting getting it fixed, maybe that will help you get past it. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I always tell whoever I want to, like, I'm gonna be with, I want them to be confident and sexy. And if you're gonna feel confident and sexy by getting a boob job or fixing something on you, then okay. We're just not gonna overdo it. We're not gonna be like one of those addicted to plastic surgery. No, absolutely not. But like, small things that they want to fix, okay, I get it. Because at the end of the day, I want you to be confident and sexy, right? And if that is because I like the person how they are, but at the end of the day, like, I can only tell you so much. And if they want to change something, then okay, that's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as it's gonna make you. If you did this, like, say they did something and it didn't do anything, and now they're like, I need to fix this. I'm be like, all right, hold on, wait. That's not the problem. I think you have some like body dysmorphia, some body issues, because you said this was gonna help, but now we did this, and now you need to do this, right? So you need to catch on to this too. So, what's up, Maggie? How are you guys doing? All right, next question. And just so you guys know, sorry if I do miss your guys' comments. I'm trying to focus on the questions, because when I don't, if I start reading the comments, I usually pay attention to everybody's comments. I try to answer to everybody. But when I'm doing the questions, I get sidetracked. And then I completely forget what the question was, what I was talking about, and things like that. So, all right. So this one, hold on. No, we already answered a similar one earlier. We won't do that one again. I have this weird relationship with a coworker. We flirt with each other a lot, went out for drinks after work, and he gave me a ride home. He also kissed me. Now I feel a little conflicted because I have feelings for a different guy at work, and first guy knows about the second. A bunch of work drama. Like, here, okay, let me start by saying this. Like, let's just avoid the workplace, because now it's just going to be awkward, especially after you choose one of the two. Either they're going to be upset with each other, or like, it's just going to be awkward at work. Like, it just, if I would be in that situation, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck the both of y'all. I'm going to go find something different that's not here. But, and I get what you do need to do. You need to choose which one you actually see a future with, a potential with, and let them know clearly. Be like, hey, I really like this dude. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna be talking to him. But is somebody gonna do that? Probably not. I don't know. But I think that's the best way to approach it if you are gonna talk to somebody at work, and not like, because if you get caught up in a whole bunch of drama at work, trust me, they'll fire your ass, because they'll be like, no, this person is causing a whole lot of drama, toxic behaviors in the work environment. You got to go. And then you're going to be like, well, it wasn't me. It was no. Yeah, you started it. So, because there's so many other people, like, and you have to choose somebody at work. I get it. You see these people every day. You spend more time at work. But just remember, there's so many people outside of work that aren't going to bring in you drama. But if you are going to choose somebody at your work, just make sure you choose one. Don't drag both of them along, and let the other person know. Be like, hey, I really like this so and so, so I'm gonna be, giving my time to this person. And there's nothing wrong with that because, like I said, not everyone is for everyone. No work relationships, of course, no work relationships. I always say that, but at the end of the day, people are adults and they're going to make their own decision. And sometimes I can tell them whatever I want to say. They're going to do with it whatever they want to do. So that's why I just give a little bit of advice. You do what you want to do. If you get yourself into a bunch of drama and toxic behavior at work, that's on you, girl. All right, next question. I get super like I leave puddle on the bed and my dude hates it. Do some men get turned off by that? It's the broken ones. Um, yes, there's some guys who do get grossed out by it. And if your guy, there's nothing you can do. To me, I love it because to me, it's letting me know you're super turned on, you're into this. Because imagine it being super dry. Now the guy's going to be like, are you not turned on by me? Like, what's going on here? But since it's like super wet, now it's a problem, right? Uh, and it's going to continue to be a problem. It's not going to be fixed overnight. If he doesn't like it, what makes you think here in the next year, next 2 years, next 5 years, he's going to change? It's going to get to the point where it's going to be a problem. It's like, I don't even like doing this because you fucking make a mess everywhere, or something along those lines, right? That's why, like, you need to have that communication with them, like, or if you haven't been with this person for that long, maybe cut your losses because he's not going to change. If he gets grossed out by it now, he's going to be grossed out by it later. Like it's going to be very hard for that to change. So if it's a problem, first of all, your man's broken. Second of all, you might want to find a different one that actually appreciates it because, like I said before, I love it when a girl gets like I need to be swimming in it. I need to be drowning in it. I need to feel like I need to go get a life jacket because it's getting crazy down there, right? Because it turns me on thinking or knowing, thank you, Yvette, for the gifts there, girl, that you're that turned on to the point where you're just like, to me, I'm like, yes, mission accomplished. So, all right, next question. My dirty little kink is I like to get pinned on the wall and doing the nasty in like the Scary Movie too. Okay, thanks for the reference, girl. Super freak, she's super freaky. And who doesn't like to get okay, like that shit's hot, but lady, just know not every guy can do that. Meaning like either they're not strong enough, okay, or there's not enough meat to do that, right? Because there was a TikTok a while back ago where she said that they tried doing it, but they struggled so much because homie didn't have enough meat to do that. And so it was just awkward. But shit, hey, I'm glad you're able to like explain that shit is hot to you. And hell yeah. Imagine like being able to go up against the wall and stuff too, like on the actual movie where they like the ghost is like destroying her all the way up on the roof and everything like that. But I get it. I enjoy pinking a girl up, putting her on the counter up against the wall or something like that. And hey, there was also the TikTok where the question where the girl, she liked to do 69 but standing up. So she was upside down and the guy was holding her and they would do it that way, which seems like a vibe. And she even said, because my question was, have you ever gotten dropped on her head? And she said, yeah, it's happened before. She's gotten a concussion by it, but she said it's not stopping her because she enjoys it. Just all the blood that rushes to her head just adds to the experience. So I was like, hey, go on with your bad self, girl. Hey, thank you, Yvette, for the gifts. See, thank you guys for, when you guys send gifts to me, it's like you guys are enjoying the live. You guys are having fun on the live. I'm not saying you have to send gifts. Yeah, you won't see me, hey, send, do this, hey, tap the screen. Absolutely not. I love it when people send it because they feel like, hey, let me support him a little bit. You know what I mean? What's up, Celine? How are you? All right, next question. I love it when he grabs me by the neck and choke hold and starts kissing me. And when he slowly puts his fingers inside, I could, with his, in his hand 2 times. Now, girl. Super freak, she's super freaky. See, this is why I love doing this stuff, because you get to see like what turns people on. And I love doing this because one, it educates other girls that maybe your guy's a little bit vanilla, but it educates the fellas, saying like, hey, try some of these things. If you're watching this TikTok, if you see this TikTok on somebody's story, maybe try some of these plays that these girls be saying. Hey, I love it when they do this. Hey, I love it when they do that. Because guess what? Maybe your girl loves the same things. Just saying. And so, shout out to the guys who have messaged me saying like, "Hey, I really appreciate you." Because I do get guys. They're more of a DM type of, and not a bad way. They're more of like, "Hey, I really appreciate what you're like. I've learned so much from your channel and stuff like that." And I really do appreciate it. I try to answer everybody I can, and I know it's working. That's why when like, yeah, they might not comment during the chat, but trust me, they're there. um, and some guys are here to get educated on what is like a healthy, like, hey, try this, do this, and then hopefully they're like, maybe I am a little too vanilla. Maybe I should be trying some of these things, because being intimate should be a fun experience for everybody, And again, as a guy, I always try to put the girl's experience ahead of mine, because if she's having a great time, I'm having a fucking amazing time, because seeing her turned on, getting off, and stuff like that is turning me on. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you. Like her, I get turned on by her reaction, if that makes sense. I get turned on by her body language. So that, hey, see, look right here over on TikTok, we got some guys over here. Thank you guys for commenting too. But to me, seeing a girl, like, that's why I always put the girl ahead, like her needs. I always want to know what she likes, what's like her things, so I can give her the best experience possible, right? Because like I said before, I want it drizzling. I need to go down there and just be like, I'm actually, FYI, I am growing out my hair because I want it a little bit long. That way I can like put my head down there, and then when I get up, it's like the whole like Sports Illustrated Baywatch hair everywhere. I don't want it to be sweat. I want it to be the juices from the girl. So, all right, hold on. Next question. All right, let me see where I'm at. Jesus, what's up with all the caps there, girl? I have a friends with benefits for over a year. Everything is good, treats me good, takes me out, but S is not the greatest. Last weekend I was with my ex. We dated 2014. I know it's not going to go anywhere. It sure just S. It was just S, but should feel bad for friends with benefits being with someone else? Absolutely not. And see, a friend with benefits should be just like a sneaky link type of situation. Just like you're there to have a good time, fulfill your needs. And it kind of sounds like the friends with benefit that you have now is not doing that. And there's nothing wrong with cutting off a friend, like somebody who's just a link, and finding a different one, because that's what a sneaky link or friends with benefit should. They should be fulfilling your needs. And if you're having, like, he's taking you out, which is like boyfriend girlfriend activities, but he's not fulfilling the one need that you guys have, the friends with benefits or the sneaky link, then it might be time to find a new one, because this one's not performing, dog. You need to find one that performs, because he's obviously not doing it. And if you went back with the next, it clearly shows that your friends with benefit was not doing it, because now you went to him to get intimate instead of your friends with benefit. Like, it led you to go back. So the problem is the friends with benefit not performing, and you might want to tag another one in, because this one's not doing it. All right, next question. Can you please keep me anonymous? Sure, I can. My husband actually follows. Oh, we have been married for 17 years and together 21. We first got together. I told him that I wanted a three-way. I was into a girl when we were BF girlfriend. I tried a couple times with some of my friends, but none of them were into him. CDM. What? CDM for more info. Like, you freaking got me like a freaking Dragon Ball Z episode. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Jesus Christ. You got me, girl. Like, now I'm just like, should I go find it? But that it gets real tricky introducing somebody, especially, because what if, obviously they got to like your husband or your boyfriend, whatever the case, and if they're not into him, you're gonna have a hard time finding somebody to be intimate with, or maybe like Rosanna said here, maybe let him pick the girl. But just remember, like when you start introducing somebody else into your little being intimate, because I had the TikTok before where they introduced somebody new, and the two girls actually started catching feelings with each other, and the guy got upset because they started like having a thing. They didn't really want to include the dude, and so but this all happened because the dude wanted to include another girl. It kind of bit him in the ass, right? So that's why like you got to be careful introducing a new person, especially like if it'd be different like if you were all single and like you just like shit happened and you guys three of you guys hooked up, but it's a little different when you and your partner have been together for a little while, and then now like you're introducing somebody new. It's gonna be a little different, and you run the risk of losing your partner. I'm just saying it could happen. You never know, because what if they're like, oh my god, this is my partner. Hey, you buddy, piss off. It could happen. I could never see. That's what I'm saying. Like it gets real, and if they're not liking obviously your man, if your guys are gonna continue with it, maybe let him choose. You know what I mean? So it could be that. And then I also learned, shout out to the people over on Telegram, that there are communities for swingers. So like if you want to, there's places you can go, like where you can go and meet up. And but the thing is, like it's usually like you bring your partner and your partner's going to mess with somebody else and you're going to mess with somebody else, but you have to be okay with your partner messing with another dude. So I'm just saying, like, if that's comfortable with that, if not, then maybe this community is not for you. So next question. I notice my man twitches when I kiss him in certain areas near his when I go down on him. Yes, yes, and that happens. You know why? Because we are also sensitive down there. We are very sensitive down there, just like you ladies, you fine ladies. We are also sensitive down there. So like if you start using some teeth, that shit gonna hurt. And then yes, like some spots are depending on the person are a little bit more sensitive than others. So I can see that. Or maybe he's just doing it. Like I've never been to the point where like fucking Twitch out of nowhere. But maybe it could be that maybe he's never had someone do the things that you're doing to him. So now, hey, thank you for the gifts, girl. So now when he does that, it's like it makes him like, oh shit, like oh that's that there's that feeling. Oh, ooh, because if he lets you go keep going, because yes, we are super sensitive. Are the eggs sensitive? Also, lol. Just wondering. Maybe some guy. I mean, obviously, like if you do something to them, guys can feel them. Okay, but maybe some guys enjoy it more than others. Like me, if you're gonna do something to the little fellas down there, it really doesn't do anything for me. But excuse me, that's me. Like if you sit there and play with them and stuff like that, like I would let you if that's like something that's turning you on. But is it doing anything for me really? Not really, because I just feel you playing with them. It's not like, oh my god, she's playing with them. Fuck yeah, no. So, but again, eh, depending on the guy, they might give you a different answer. I'm just letting you know how me. uh, because I'm sure there's some guys who like, or even some girls is like, oh, when I do it to my guy, oh, OMG, like it feels so fucking amazing. He doesn't know what he's talking about because my man loves it. Yeah, because maybe that's his thing. It's probably not my thing, but probably what I like, he may think like, hell no, we ain't doing that. Like it could be like that. You never know. So that's why it's important to communicate with your partner. So, next question. Geez, we've been going for over an hour. I'm telling you, we're gonna finish these questions. All these questions we gonna answer them. I mean, we've gone through a bulk of them, but like I said, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna answer all of them. Is it bad if a woman likes to eat? LOL, asking for a friend, asking for your friend. Okay. No, absolutely not. Like, if that's what you like, then that's what you like. There's nothing wrong with enjoying something. Now, finding the guy to let you do it, that's a little different, right? Because I'm just putting this in, like, if you run into a guy like myself, and if you ask me, I'm gonna be like, no, dog. But some guy's gonna be like, oh yeah, absolutely. So it totally depends, and there's nothing wrong if you enjoy doing that. There's nothing wrong with you enjoying to do that. Absolutely, like go for it. Uh, but I think oh, I was gonna say finding a guy to let you do it is probably gonna be the difficult part. which is cap because just doing these TikToks and like all this stuff, I have learned, I have learned that that is normal. Like it is actually more common than I thought. There are a lot of guys, come to find out, that like their booty played with. They like their booty eaten. They like to, like when the girl's going down on them, they like the, the girls to boop, um, and and if they like it, then okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just gonna make jokes about it because that's how I am. I like to throw jokes in every now and then because I've also thought about this, right? If a girl is gonna eat the booty, like what is the position the guy gets in? Like, does he get on all fours and then just like he like looks back at it? You know what I mean? Like, is he looking back and see what she's doing? Does he lay down like on his back and put his legs up in the air, right? And then like that's how you go to it. You know what I mean? Like, or is he on his side, right? Like, looking back at you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. You know what I mean? Because like I've never done it, and I'm just trying to figure out what's the best position. Okay, my fave ever. See, that's what. If you guys love it, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just asking, what position do you put your man? Because are you gonna see my legs in the air with somebody freaking eating some groceries down there? Absolutely not, because that's just weird, And or if am I gonna get in all fours, you know, and then just like imagine being in that position looking back. I could never. I'm sorry. That's a no for me, dog. But if your man loves it, then absolutely, hey, keep doing it for him. And if he likes it, then cool. Nothing wrong with that. Now, if we get into the pegging situation, you might want to question your man a little bit. Okay, you might want to question that one. Tried it last night and he loved it. See, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm just saying it's not my thing. It's not my cup of tea. Is it on my? I always talk about like the buffet thing. Like if a girl offers the booty, I'm gonna put a little bit on the buffet. If she offers like to do this, I'm gonna put some on my buffet. On my buffet line, you won't see no booty. Hey, is there any booty? Nope, sorry, it's not available here at this restaurant. Okay. All right, next question. So how do I know? So how do I go about a guy I'm seeing? He's small size, but he knows how to go down and make me feel good. Should size matter? You're gonna have to ask yourself that, girl. Okay, because obviously, like if he does great with his hands and mouth, you need to think about this. Are you willing to accept that going forward? Like, think about it. In 5 years, are you still gonna be like, well, he's great with his mouth and hands? Like if it's a problem, like think about it. If you want somebody who's a little bit bigger, it's not gonna grow, dog. I'll just tell you that right now. Spoiler alert. And not gonna grow. Not gonna get any bigger. Maybe in the future, like with AI and technology, they might be able to extend it a little bit for you. But as of right now, it's a no, dog. So again, if you're happy with him just playing with, like being good with his hands and like mouth, then cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're craving a little bit more at the end, you know what I mean? Like if you're craving more of like it needs to be a little bit longer, a little bit thicker, a little bit more size, then trust me, you're really gonna crave that later on. So I'm just saying, hey, thank you, Mimi, for all the gifts. Hello, me joining about the no, we're still going. I said we were gonna answer all the questions until we finished, and we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We're gonna finish all the questions because honestly, I think there's only like 10 left, but we're gonna finish them. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Go get a drink. Go get a snack. And who said just because I finished the questions, we go end the live? Huh? Who said that? As long as my shit doesn't die, we good. Plus, I know some of y'all ain't doing shit. You have the whole week off. You ain't doing anything. Okay? Go get some food. Go reheat another plate. Take your phone with you. Go get a drink. Make another quick drink right now. Okay? Lay back, chill, relax, have some fun. Okay? You ain't going anywhere. You shut it off, I'll find you. Okay? All right, next question. Eating my young daddy boy toys. What? Hold on. Eating my young daddy boy toys ass and letting him come on my face. I was once his teacher. Now we are lovers. Okay, hold on. Is this man? I'm not saying it's nothing bad, but I think this is a gay dude. Because why else would you call somebody a boy toy? Okay. Nothing wrong with that. If you are, absolutely nothing wrong. You know, whatever you love, perfect. But as you can see, even which I love too, that even gay guys are on here commenting, saying what they love and things like that. Nothing wrong with that. See, everybody, I just love the fact that people are being freaky. Okay, that's all that works. Now, the only part that worries me is I'm a little like this man used to be your student. That's the only part that I'm just like, doesn't not really making sense because okay, I get it. Like, say you're a young teacher, young professor, right? And then this is like a college student, and you guys are close in age. Okay, I get it. You guys acting like nobody's been in a age gap relationship, okay? But I'm saying like if you're like a lot old, because that's where my mind goes. Like the teacher, professor being a lot older, and then this like maybe a young high school student. Again, it could be different, but that's where my mind goes automatically. When you say teacher and student, you know, again, just based off that. But hey, hopefully it's the other one where they're like closer in age and like, okay, cool, nothing wrong with that. Um, but what is considered a lot older? Well, say your student is in high school and they're 18, right? And you're probably like what 30. I'm thinking like somebody in their 40s, right? That's what I'm thinking. I don't know why my mind goes there automatically. Uh, but there's nothing wrong like if it's like closer in age because again, people on here acting like some of y'all don't have an age gap in what you know what I mean? Like there's some people who date somebody who's like 10 years younger or older, or if not 15 years, 20 years. Trust me, there's 30 years. I've seen all sorts of stuff on here. So don't act like the age gap hasn't been there before. And now you just add, hey, thank you for the gift there, Medusa. And now you just add teacher, and now it's a problem, right? But I get where people are coming from, like the whole power imbalance and stuff like that. I get that, but let's just hope at the end of the day, like they're closer in age and it's not like super far away. But my point is, I'm glad that guys are out here also getting freaky. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, 8 years older than me. See, nothing wrong. Over 20 years at least in age is only a number. Oops. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, uh, if you guys are happy in your guys' relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. See, minus 10 years, nothing wrong with that. All right, next question. All right. Why does my friends with benefit only in my face? Does he think low of me? Probably not. I'm thinking more that again, you guys are just the friends with benefits, sneaky link. Usually when you're there to fulfill your needs. And maybe his thing is finishing on your face, right? And if you have an issue with it, be like, yo, can you do it on my chest area, my butt, like something for him, fantasy for him. See, like absolutely, like I'm thinking more that it's like something that he enjoys, like that's his thing, like. And when you're there to friends with benefits, sneaky link, you're gonna want to do things that you enjoy, right? I'm not gonna go there just to be like have some like boring shit. You know, it's like you want to do things that you enjoy. But does he think lower than you? I don't think so. But this is why you need to tell him, be like, yo, let's not do it on my face. Like every now and then is cool. You know, but like maybe the chesticle area, maybe in the booty, maybe like I'll take in the like for the team. Just let him know that, uh, or just that. But don't like because you have to fulfill your needs too. Don't just like let him. Hey, it's all about me. No, you need to do what you enjoy too. Be like, all right, cool. We've done that enough, but I need you to do it like this. And he's either gonna be like, no, and then you're gonna be like, all right, find somebody else. I'm gonna go find somebody else that's gonna want to do what I want to do, right? All right, guys like that, he don't think low. Yeah, like, see, I think that's his like fantasy, his kink is just like he's probably seen one too many online videos. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be online videos, but just some people get turned on by it, right? Just by doing that. Maybe it's a little bit of a dominance thing. Maybe it's just more of a like a power play. You know, it could be. I don't know what goes on his head, why it turns him on a lot. So of course he's gonna want it every time, but you also have to communicate to him what you want. So. All right, next question. So I'm messing around with someone at what? So I'm messing around with someone and we was in the job party. Oh, at work, at job party, and he called me babe in front of everyone. Why do you think he called me babe? Um, maybe because did he have one too many drinks? Let's start there. Because maybe he's getting a little loose, and words are flying. Maybe he might tell you he loves you. Maybe he might tell people you're a girlfriend, or maybe that's just how he is, right? Maybe he's the type of person that doesn't. I call everyone babe. See, like it could be that maybe he calls everybody babe. Because I remember like a long time ago when I was talking to a lot of girls at once, I used to say things like babe, love, like just these cute names because I didn't want to mess up their name. Because I've done it before. And so I was just like, fuck, what was her name? Like, and so when you say that stuff, it's so much easier. Like you're not gonna get their name wrong, so you're never gonna be like, oh shit, I called her that. Whoops. Uh, but it could also be like that's just how he is, because there's a lot of people who say like that's just how they are. They call like even though I'm not too fond of it, like don't you hate it when some people? I hate it when people call me sweetheart. Not like when you're at the restaurant or something like, hey, can I get anything else for you, sweetheart? I'm just like, a lemonade, please. um, but you know what I mean? Like, I just don't like. I just feel weird about it. Like when they call me sweetheart, I'm just like. Or another one that I don't like is when I get called, what's it called? Boss. Anything else I can do for you, boss? And I'm like, motherfucking, do I look like your boss? You know what I mean? Like to me, I've never been that type of person to be just call everybody boss. Like call somebody sir or something like that. Like why boss or bro, dude? Like, I don't know why boss and getting hey, thank you, Mimi, for all the gifts. I see you, girl. Or just being called sweetheart. Like, it's just weird to me. Like, it's because mainly when it happens is like when I'm checking out at a store or at a restaurant. They'll be like, "Oh, anything else? Anything else, sweetheart?" And I'm just like, "No." uh, love your hat. Oops, lol. We call you boss man. No, that's different because I get it why you guys call me boss man because obviously I started the chat. Nothing wrong with it. You guys are fine. It's more like, have you ever had a conversation with like? It's when I have a conversation with a dude, and they do it. I don't know why they do it at restaurants too. When you have a male server, they're like, "Anything else I can get for you, boss?" What? You know what I mean? I'm just like, or when they just regularly call you boss, like for instead of call me dude, call me bro, call me sir. I don't care anything like boss. I don't know why, but you guys, I see why you guys call me boss man. Obviously, because I started the Telegram chat. And if you haven't joined the Telegram chat, link is in the bio. It's an awesome community over there. Shout out to all the ladies from the Telegram chat. They always come over here and support and also have great conversations over there too as well. So if you haven't joined the Telegram, the link is in the bio too. All right, ladies from the chat, we're going to call Edgar bro now. What's up, bro? How's it going, bro? That's funny. All right, next question. Was with this girl for a year. Now she's with someone else. Well, was with this girl for a year. Now she's with somebody else. 2 months after we split, she says she is over me and no longer in love, but she wants to have phone S, sends dirty pictures, and he has no idea. Should I put her on blast? How is she over me if she's still wanting all of this? Probably because that dude that she's with is not her guy either. Like she's just out having fun, but she's also wants you there too. Like, because that's what happens too. Like with exes, like that's why again I have to have like I need to know your relationship with your exes because we avoiding that shit at all costs. Because you guys seen it like when exes keep going back. But so he's saying like why is she doing that? I think that she also just the same thing like wants to keep you there close too, kind of like guys do it too to girls, wants to keep you there close, still mess around with this dude over here. Maybe she doesn't take this guy serious either, but she wants to keep you. So that's why like just pay attention to the pattern, like do you think that she's gonna leave him for you? Probably not, but that's just a whole lot of drama right there. Because imagine the man finds out that she's still messing around with the eggs, and then what if he wants to fight you? It's just she belongs to the streets, fam. She belongs to the streets. All right. excuse me, when do you usually go live? So I go live Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Once a month we go live and I answer all your guys' questions. We already did December, but I wanted to do a Christmas special for you guys. So I was like, let's do another one. So if you guys want to participate, thank you, Medusa, for the gift, the little chicken. I see the little chicken. If you guys want to participate in next month's, definitely follow my IG. That's where I put the anonymous question thing. Or if you guys just want to send a question to my DMs on IG or TikTok, when I go through and screenshot questions, I cut everybody's name off. So I don't what's it called, show your guys' name. I keep your information private because I don't want people, because I want you guys to trust me with and asking questions. I don't want you guys to be like, I asked the question and he showed a bunch of people my name. So definitely we won't be doing that. I keep your identity secret. And plus, by the time I get to record it, after I screenshot it, I forgot who asked it. You know, because I go through and I'll screenshot a bunch of them, and I'll be like, all right, this Saturday I'm gonna sit down and record a bunch of TikToks, right? I'll say something like that. And so when I get to it, it's not like, oh, I remember she wrote this. Oh, she wrote. I'm just like, I just read them and I'm like, I don't even remember who wrote them. Thank you for your advice. We appreciate it. Of course. Let's get into the next question. Excuse me. Why are men obsessed with their women's mouth? Now, I think this one depends on the person, right? Because something that I like, right, is like when you have your person or you're talking to somebody. Yes, most guys fantasize about it. I'll just tell you this right now, is like how those lips will look around low guy down there, right? And so I fantasize about it, right? Like I'm not gonna tell you, it'll be like, oh damn, those lips are gonna look excellent around this, right? No. So it could be that too. And then I think the mistake you made is that why are all men obsessed with the lips? I don't think all men are. I think guys have different things that they like and enjoy. Uh, and so maybe the guys that you've dealt with enjoy your lips because maybe you get filler put in them or something like that. And so they really enjoy it. And there's nothing wrong with that too. But to be like, my thing is not like, oh shit, they got their lips. Oh my God. No. Do I fantasize those lips around my? Yes, I do. And do most guys? Absolutely. They're just not gonna be like, oh yeah, I fantasize about your lips around my, you know what I mean? So I think everybody has their things that they like. Like I enjoy a smile, right? Like I think that's very attractive to me. So, but everyone has their thing. I don't saying that it's only like all guys enjoy that. I think that's a little not 100% correct, but yes, a lot of guys do enjoy the lips. I'm not saying I'm what I'm saying is like not all guys, just maybe the guys you've been dealing with, because I've never been like, oh shit, look at those lips. Yeah, I'm hollering at her. You know, no. All right, next question. So there's this guy and he wants to have no strings attached at all with me, but yet he hasn't asked me or he hasn't hit me up. Should I ask him what's going on, girl? This guy's trying to have a friends with benefits sneaky link with you, and he's having a hard time meeting up with you. So the problem is, one, he's broken. You need to find a new one, okay? Or he's in a relationship, and so he can't necessarily just leave and meet up with you because he has to figure out, okay, I want to go meet up with her. What am I going to tell my wife? What am I going to tell my girl? You know, because it could be that too. I'm not saying it's that, but that's also a potential. And if you're having issues meeting up with a sneaky link of friends with benefit, trust me, there's another guy out there waiting for you. You just haven't found him because you're dealing with homeboy over here that doesn't want to meet up. So it's just time to move on. Hey, thank you, Mimi, for the gift. I see you, girl. He is ashamed of you too, so he doesn't. Maybe not the ashamed part because they wouldn't be talking. Again, I'm just saying. I'm thinking more of it's that they're really not into you like that, so they don't really want to meet up with you. Yeah, they get bored at times, so they message you back and forth and stuff like that. When they're bored, oh yeah, we'll meet up. Or they're in a relationship because yeah, he might be busy. Yeah, that could be it too, that he might be busy. But trust me, if he really wanted the cookie, People will not go to work for it. They will stay up late. They will not get sleep for it. They travel for it. They'll drive 3 hours just to get it and then come back because they got have to work at 6 a.m. morning shift. Trust me, guys will make your shit happen. So using the busy, no, that's just a cop out if they tell you busy. Like especially if you're offering, hey, I'm trying to get my shit rearranged down there by you. So uh, so yeah. Next question. Baby daddy and I separated after 12 years. I couldn't deal with certain things anymore. We're still having S sometimes and it's fucking amazing. But after we are done, he starts talking to all his shit to me and making it seem like this separation is all on me. Like he just Mr. Innocent. Should I just stop the S? Absolutely. That's what's stopping you from moving on, girl. Like I know sometimes the D may be amazing and you want to go back and get it because you're afraid to go find it somewhere else and you're afraid to get some shitty mediocre D from somebody else, right? I get it, but it's not helping you move on. You know, it's not helping you get over this person because you keep coming back and then it gives you that false hope of like, oh, maybe this could work. And then instantly fighting right back to the same shit and you're just like, fuck, we shouldn't have done this. But yes, you going back to him is preventing you from moving on in this relationship, right? So uh if you need to catch on to the patterns and pay attention and be like, oh shit, like this keeps happening. It's gonna continue to happen. Like, do you think one time you guys are gonna go and hook up and everything, he's gonna be like, you know what? Let's make this work. Everything's gonna be amazing. Do I think that's gonna happen? Absolutely not. Could it happen? Maybe. I'm not saying it couldn't. Am I saying that are the chances super high that that's gonna happen? Probably not. So, all right. So let me get into the next question. All right. My dirty little kink is I love role playing, dressing up, using toys, whips, chains, taking pics, making videos, but my husband doesn't ask for any of that or ever wants to. What is the big deal? Is it me? Hold on. I was about to play. I was about to play this video. Super freak, she's super freaky. But that video does not fit here. That video does not fit here because your man is Manila. And so, like, if you're craving these things, I always use this example. So I had a one-on-one session. Yes, I do one-on-one sessions and talk to people. If you want to book something like that, link is in the bio. But she was having a similar issue. And what I told her to do is just straight up have a talk to her partner and be like, yo, I need this, this, and this done by you. Like, I need you to do this too. And she went and told her man. And then guess what? She had one of the best nights of her life. So it could be that. But if you've brought in these things up before and he really doesn't do it, you just might be incompatible like with being intimate with this person, because if you're asking for this and this and this and he doesn't want to do it, like what are you gonna force him to do it? But that's why you guys need to communicate what you guys like and don't like in the beginning, because what if you would have found out in the beginning that you're like this and he's like this and he doesn't like to do this stuff? Maybe then that's when you could have been like, it's a problem for me now. It's going to be a bigger problem later on, right? Because it's not going to be, I mean, some people are coachable. Some people will tend to be a little bit more freakier for their partner, but it kind of sounds like you've been struggling with your partner to have these type of experiences, if you will. So you just need to give maybe some ultimatums, maybe getting some like actual counseling therapy, trying to help you guys, see if you guys can like spark that flame up where it's going to do that, and just have that serious conversation. Be like, yo, I'm trying to have all this stuff happen to me, right? I'm trying to have you tie me up, choke me, like all this stuff, right? If you don't start doing it, like, it's going to get to the point where I'm going to crave it and I'm going to want it from somebody else. And that's what happens with some relationships. Use other people as examples. Like, if Frank and Jessica over here, they ended up splitting because Jessica stepped out of the relationship because Frank wasn't freaky with, you know what I mean? Like, use them as an example, because we're heading in that direction. Like, unless we fix something, because I have needs. And if you're married, he signed up for that he was going to take care of all your needs. And these are some that you need to be taken care of. He signed up for it. He needs to be able to fulfill his end. And if he can't, you guys need to communicate that, because maybe it's gonna be time to move on, right? Because I've said it before, we're only here for a short amount of time, and you're gonna live most of that with some boring vanilla intimacy or none at all. There's some people who've got years, like it's saddening how long some of these people have gone. I've seen 5 years, 10 years, I'm not lying, 15 years, 20 years, up to 30 years of no intimacy, because they don't say, like, they're just there. That's 30 years of your shit being able to be rearranged, and you didn't take advantage of it. Are you gonna want to waste all this time with some intimacy, or are you gonna go be like, you know what, you don't want to do it, so I'm gonna go find somebody who wants to do it? So, just saying. All right, hold on. Let me get into the next question. Again, sorry if I miss your guys' comments and stuff. I really don't pay attention to the comments when we do the questions. I usually go through and answer everybody's questions and comments, but when I do the questions, I focus on the questions. All right. After an 8-year marriage, multiple cheating, I finally got my side guy. S is fun, good size, but I don't know. I still something missing. Feel like I need other flavors now. Now that I started, girl, the flavor that you need is divorce. Like, that's the next flavor, girl. Like, if you're getting all this flavor, all these other places, and you're still in the relationship, and now you're a cheating side guy, the next flavor is divorce, girl. Like, what you mean? Hey, thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Mimi, for all the gifts. Yeah, the next flavor you should be looking for, you should be going to freaking Baskin Robbins and be like, oh shit, can I get divorce? 2 scoops, please. Like, come on now. Cause see, like, it's only a matter of time before you're gonna get caught, and especially like you go with this person, and then now you're like, I need something else. This person, the best option here that you can do. Hey, thank you, Tanya, for all the gifts. I see you, girl. Shit. 62, 63, 64, 65. Damn, she gave me all the cotton candies. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate you. Mimi, too. Damn, you guys are wilding over on TikTok. I see you guys. I appreciate you guys, and the hats and all sorts of stuff. But what she needs to do is she actually needs to separate, because imagine when you finally, like, say you guys separate, you meet a new guy. What if he starts doing that to you? How would you feel if your man is doing that to you and you're over here thinking, I found the man of my life? No. Come on now. The next flavor you need to do is divorce. Come on now. Like, because you're already in it. You jumped in the deep end. You are out there. It already seems like there ain't no coming back. She's in the deep end. She ain't coming back. She's already tasted what was out there, and she's not coming back. Thank you, Deanna, for the. Oh, hi, what's up, Bear? What's up? What's up, fam? It kind of sounds like she's tasted that, and kind of sounds like she's not going to be going back to that dude anytime soon. Especially now, she wants to include more flavors into her relationship. So, hey, thank you, Mimi, for all the gifts. You guys are awesome on TikTok. Shout out over there. We've been having all the way almost like to 200 steady people. I see yo. All right, hold on. Next question. I started dating a guy and I feel conflicted. He says and does the right things, like planning dates, says he wants something serious, calls me every day, etc. My issue is that he made sexual advances after 2 dates. This makes me feel like he's a fuckboy. Am I right? I mean, yes and no, because it could be that that's all he wants. But you also have to remember, like, sometimes push for that like they make sexual moves after the first date, right? So it could be that, yes, maybe that's all he wants if he keeps continuing to push for it, and that's all he wants instead of trying to get to know you. Because if he made an advance and you were like, hey, like, let's go slow, like, I'm trying to see where this goes, he should be like, all right, cool, like, let me wait for a little while, and then the next day he does the same thing. Like, it kind of sounds to me that that's maybe all he wants, and it could be that as soon as he gets it, he might dip out. So it could be that. So I'm not saying he is an F-boy. I'm not saying he's not an F-boy, but I'm just saying, like, you need to have your boundaries, and if you feel like that's all he wants, you need to slow down, and then, or like tell him, like, no, I need to be at least talking to somebody for X amount of time before I do anything. And then you're going to see if he's an F-boy. Because if he's an F-boy, he'd be like, well, fuck this. I ain't going to be waiting. and then dip out. Or if he's like, oh no, I'm actually into her, I'm a stick around. And then, you know what I mean? My bad for making the push in the beginning. You know, I came off a little strong. But you never know. So that's why I'm saying, like, um, just go off of that. Kind of like, yo, slow down, my dude, slow down. All right, next question. Okay, I started talking to this guy. We smashed and everything was everything, but his being toxic as fuck. Like he says, who you taking to or talking to? He doesn't call me, so what should I do? We haven't settled anything yet, so I let him know we're nothing. So toxic has to go. I'm feeling him when he's together. The D is good. He eats my cat and booty. Girl, you just gave me all the ingredients to a disaster waiting to happen. Because it started off rough, super bumpy, super wild, controlling, narcissistic. Who are you talking to? And you guys are nothing, girl. These are all. This is just. This is what I see. I see just like somebody pouring all these like, oh, narcissistic, controlling, jealousy, insecurity, like all these horrible, and just waiting for it to blow. You know those volcanoes you made in science class where it just goes. It's just waiting for that. Girl, hell no. Run fast. Okay. If all this is happening before you guys are even anything, it's not gonna get better. Oh, do you think that after you guys get in a relationship, everything's gonna be everything's great now? No. It's gonna get worse. He's gonna get even more controlling. He's gonna get more toxic. He's gonna be like, he's not even gonna let you go out because he's gonna feel like you're people's eyeballs are looking at you, and that's a no for him, you know. So definitely a red flag. I would run as fast as you can, as soon as you can. Like as soon as you see this, be like, hey, yo, Jim, not happening, ain't working. Duh. You come around here, restraining order, buddy. All right, next question. How to be intimate without penetration, new to S, but want to try newly dating partner. I mean, you can be intimate like without doing that, right? Like, look at the people at BYU. They use the armpits, they use derfing, they use soak. No, I'm just joking. I mean, kissing, but depends what you want. Like, maybe you going down on him, maybe a little handy, you know, little something from Manuela. You know what I mean? Like, if you're into that, I don't know. But just like trying different things like that, and just tell them that you want to, you know, slowly dip into different things, and then eventually, obviously, going the full way. But there's different things you can do, like even kissing, even going down. Like you don't necessarily need to do that, and they should be okay with that as long as you communicate with that. And this is gonna help you learn about that person. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck? No," and then dip out, or they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. I totally get where you're coming from, and I'm willing to wait whenever you're ready." And then you're like, okay, maybe this guy's a little bit more serious about me because I just told him about this and he's willing to wait, you know? And if they're like, fuck no. I mean, they might tell you, oh yeah, that's fine, and then ghost you. But the reason they ghosted you was because like they aren't planning to wait. And some guys aren't gonna tell you in person either. They're not gonna be like, oh, like this is gonna be a problem for me. I kind of need it now. But if you can't give it to me now, like I'm gonna go look for it somewhere else. They'll just wait, be like, oh yeah, that's fine, that's totally fine. I respect that. And then as soon as like later on that day, like why hasn't he called me? Why hasn't he texted me? A week later, you're like, what happened? That happened. All right, next question. My situation and I caught feelings for one another, but he be on some BS. Should I drop him as a whole or keep hurting my own feelings? Girl, my advice on this one is keep hurting your own feelings. You know what I'm like? Fuck them. You don't need feelings. Like who needs them? Like why do we need to feel good? Fuck them. Next question. No, I'm just joking. No, girl, leave. Like what? Come on now. Like you clearly see that he's hurting you, your feelings. Doesn't give a shit about your feelings, you know. And then you're sitting there thinking, for some reason, you romanticize him in your head, thinking that this is gonna work out. It's not gonna work out, girl. He is wasting your time. He is. You're just a placeholder for him, and it's only a matter of time before he finds somebody else and kicks you to the curb, and then you're gonna be like, "What happened?" So no, drop him. Find somebody who's gonna be all about you, and because there's guys out there, they're gonna be all about you, but you're dealing with this dude who gives you no attention. Excuse me, not even for you. Go find the other dude who's gonna be like, oh no, I'm all about you. You my queen, girl. So focus on that one. So thank you, Mimi, for all the gifts. I see you, girl. I appreciate you. You're over there killing it with the gifts today. All right, next question. When I'm effing and the S is mid, I think or my toxic ex to get off. If you have to think of your like if the intimacy is mid, find a new one. Find a new one. Thank you, Diana, for oh shit, I'm trying to put some makeup on me. I see you, girl. If the intimacy is boring, mid, find a new one. Because if you're resulting to thinking about an ex, this guy ain't doing it for you. You know what I mean? Imagine if you would be with somebody else who was amazing with you, and you're like, oh, I'm getting him off, and you find out the only reason he's getting off and being super passionate is because he's thinking of his ex. You're gonna feel a type of way. Let's be honest, okay? So if he's not fulfilling, clearly this guy is not fulfilling you and how you need to be fulfilled because you have to result in thinking about your toxic ex. I mean, who knows? Maybe he took it down, but obviously he ruined the relationship too at the same time. So I would say that let mid go. Like, and why are you hooking up with mid? Like, come on now, girl. Like, is that what you want? You want someone who's mid, or you want to go find somebody who's gonna be like, Jesus Christ? Okay. Next question. Settle this, Scarface. Why do men stick fingers in a woman's mouth during S? Now, that is also could be a kink or a fetish to somebody. You know, it could be that that's something that turns them on, right? Because like for example, some girls do it to almost give them like a teaser of what it's gonna be like when she goes down on him. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's what I'm assuming. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. But it's like, you know, to give like a small little teaser, you know, also because you have a lot of feelings in your hands too. So you feel a lot of shit on your hands. Like it's like sensitive too, not as sensitive down there, but it's also sensitive. And you can feel the tongue, you can feel the warm, moist, and things like that. So but I'm thinking I'm thinking more it's like you're trying to tease me about like what you about to do with this one, right? You know, or like you also imagine it like say you're in them, right? You're doing your thing in them, and then like the finger goes in their mouth, right? Like now you're just imagining that this you're like stimulation like crazy going on here. You know, that's why like give this person like you can give him like an amazing experience, you know, and then this is why you got to learn like what the girl likes, because like what if she likes to be like doggy but also likes to have her booty plugged up, you know what I mean, like or like likes to get her hair pulled or just hand necklaces and things like that. So that's why like it's great to communicate. And so the whole finger thing, I think it's that they like to kind of like tease you about like what it's gonna feel like here in a little bit. um and also to also because like if you're in the person, she's sucking the finger, that's a lot of like stimulation going on, which is fucking hot. You know what I mean? Because like now you're thinking of this, you're looking at this, your fingers are in her mouth, you're just like that. And even guys do it too, because like it turns guys on too. Like some guys will do it. So the hand necklace is the best, Julie. That's what I'm saying, girl. All right, next question. I recorded myself having S with my baby daddy and sent it to his girlfriend. Payback for being the side chick, and I don't want your man. Girl, tell me you're toxic without telling me you're toxic. I mean, bravo, mic drop. Like, what do you want me to tell you, girl? Revenge? Is it revenge though? I mean, it could be revenge because now you make her feel a type of way, and I get it. I totally get it. Um, but that's a whole lot of toxic vibes for me. Like if you wanted to know a toxic girl, right there. Like she clearly said, "Oh, I'm gonna hook up with your man now that cheated on me with you, and now he's cheating with me on you." Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. But you know who's benefiting from this? The guy. Because he's like, oh shit, I'm getting it over here. Oh shit, she wants it too. Hold on. Oh shit, she wants it again. Like he's happy as fuck, even though he's caught in the middle. He'd be like, "Well, sorry, it was because she like I fell in it, you know, I fell in it." All right, next question. I love the adrenaline of getting caught. I had S on the stairs building doggy style while getting F moaning in silence. Girl, girl, hold on. Yes, absolutely. Okay, and it's cool like when you like. There's always that rush when you're not supposed to be doing it where you're not supposed to be. If that makes sense, you know, like doing it there, doing it like on the stair. I mean, I've never done what kind of stairs. I don't know. Like, maybe you know, it'd be kind of cool doing it on the stairs, like in a maybe a hotel building, apartment, you know, where it's like super echoey. So you can like hear the claps, like the echoing. But you have to keep it down. You don't want to be moaning. And then like say you're walking down the stairs, right? And then you're just like, what the fuck? Like who the fuck is clapping in the fucking hallway, right? uh so I mean, just different stuff like that. And there's other places too. I'm not saying you necessarily need to do it on some stairs. Like there's also, I mean, you could do it like at a park. I mean that sounds bad. Okay. Um, but you know what I mean? Because a public restroom, dressing rooms, I've done in dressing rooms, and things like that. There's like different places, just that adrenaline, like when you know you're doing something like a little naughty where you're not supposed to be doing it. Look, church steps, go on with your bad self, girl. And just different places like that. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let be free. See, and this is how you keep things interesting. This is how you keep things spicy, like having a little bit of fun, right? Imagine if you're just like, hey, like, let's do it real quick right here, and your partner's like, no, we're gonna get caught. Instead of just being like, boom, let's go, right? And if you get caught, you get caught. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? And it's funny because it's not like you're gonna run into. Well, it depends where you did it to, but more than likely, you're not gonna run into that person ever again. And especially when you travel, like to other places where you're never gonna see these people ever again. Like, why do you care? Excuse me. That's why a lot of people will wild out when they go somewhere, even like especially Vegas. That's the biggest place because you go. It's not like you're gonna see these people ever again. So people act wild, get crazy, and do dumb shit, right? So just saying, nobody cares at the end of the day. Ooh, we got to the last question. Caught feelings from my friends with benefits, scared he won't feel the same. How do I bring it up, girl? See, that's a problem right there. Is that you caught some feelings, okay? And that's why you have to be careful with friends with benefits or sneaky links because somebody sometimes catches feelings, and you know who is it gonna be? I don't know. You know, sometimes it's her, sometimes it's him. Depends. How you bring it up is you're gonna have to tell him straight up. This is how you feel, and because you need to see what if he's on the same page. Because if he's not on the same page, why would you want to stay with this person that's gonna is gonna hurt you at some point? They're gonna leave you. They're gonna go with somebody else, or they never had the intentions of being serious with you. I would rather find that out sooner, especially if you're catching feelings for him. So I would just bring it up, and if he ends up not wanting to hook up with you, I think that's better than continue to hooking up because the more you hook up with this person, the more those feelings are going to get bigger. And so it's better just to rip that band-aid off. You know what I mean? Like, let's go, let's move on. Find somebody else that you're not, because that would suck. Imagine you catching feelings with this person, you're being intimate with them, in your head you're romanticizing about it, thinking like, oh, he's gonna fall in love with me, and then out of nowhere he's just like, I got a girlfriend. I'm out, you know? And then you're just heartbroken, shattered because you got all these feelings, fantasizing in your head that you were going to be with this person when he had absolutely no plans of being with you. So I would rather bring it up and be like, hey, this has happened. I know it wasn't supposed to happen, but I just can't help it. And then see what he tells you and be like, maybe he'll be like, hey, you know what? It's better that we go our own ways or we stop doing this because, I don't want you to be thinking that this is going to turn into something it's not. Or he's gonna be like, I kind of feel the same. Like I just didn't want to say anything, and now you're just like, oh my god, we're both on the same page. Yeah, let me suck your dick. Like, so you never know where it's gonna go. But I would rather communicate that than not say anything. If that makes sense, you feel me? And we went for a while today. So I started at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's almost 9, so that means we went for 2 hours. Hey, I love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate you. and we ran through the questions. I promised you guys that we were going to go through all the questions, and I ran through. Yes, there's some questions I didn't add on here because, again, I'm not going to add the ones that say what's your favorite color, or like some like basic stuff like how do you like Arizona. Like, I get those, I'll answer those on other stuff, like, or on my Q&As, like when I do, like I have one up on my Scar Talks page, like I'll answer it there, no problem, answer it there. But actually making a video, like bring it here and be like, how do you like Arizona? It's great. Next question. You know what I mean? No, it's a lot of waste of time. I filtered out a lot of questions, like basic questions like that. I'll answer them on my IG, no problem there. But so Stephanie, I know you missed half the live, but guess what? You know what we do over here? We record the entire live and we upload it to YouTube so you can go back and watch it. And I'll tell you this right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. This live has been a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun. A lot of shit has been going on, a lot of ups and downs. I even cried for a little bit at one point, but it's going to be up on YouTube. And all my previous lives are on YouTube too, especially when we do the questions. The other regular lives, no, not those, just the question ones, because some people can't make it. So I don't want them to be like, oh, I asked a question and I didn't get to fucking see the answer. Instead to be like, oh shit, I did ask a question. Oh wait, he records it and uploads them to his YouTube. Let me just go back and watch it. The only downfall about it is that you can't participate or get real-time feedback, or or see the chat, because the chat goes off. People start talking, people start going, they give their 2 cents, like we have fun. You just miss out on that part. So that's why it's like, that's the only part that you miss about doing it live or being in the chat live. Hey, thank you, Mimi, for all the gifts. Doing it live is that you get to participate with everybody else in the chats. But watching it later is still a great time. It's still a great listen. Like, it's still a great watch. People have watched him and been like, it was fun. I actually felt like you were actually live at the moment, which is really cool. So what's your YouTube? So it's linked in the bio. It's the same YouTube that I upload my podcast on. So everyone that doesn't know, yes, I do also have a podcast, Uncomfortable Combos, right there. Link is I do episodes on everything. Monday's episode was what was it? Oh, the 10 ways to get over loneliness, and this is great. Like if you're single, or like if you're that person that jumps to relationship, this is something that's going to be able to help you. And it's been doing amazing. Shout out to everyone who's listened to that episode or watched it. If you guys want to watch the video version, it is on Spotify and YouTube video version, or it's on any audio platform too. Like you can listen to it there, wherever you listen to podcasts. So definitely check it out. If you do listen to it, give it a thumbs up, share it, or leave a 5-star review. It means the world to me. And then I saw people were asking where to ask questions. So IG on the stories, that's usually where I post the anonymous question poll. I don't post it on TikTok because on the stories you can't link anything. TikTok doesn't let you link anything. So there's no like place you can go to be like, oh, I'm gonna go ask, or let me click the link. Over on IG, it lets you click the link, it takes you to the app, you ask the question there, and then it sends it to me and I screenshot it. So easier. TikTok doesn't do that. So that's why I tell people follow my IG. I have 2 IGs, Scarface and Scar Talks. Scarface, just like you see like in the background over here, that's my personal page where I post like memes, photos, and stuff like that. Scar Talks, SKARXT or SKARTALKS. That's where I post the questions like on TikTok. But that's where I also post the anonymous question thing so you guys can ask questions. So it makes it easier for everybody. So that's why I know it sucks if you don't have an IG, but it's just the easiest and most convenient way for me to do it. Because obviously TikTok doesn't let me post stories with a link on it. I'll post, hey, it's over live on IG. Hey, thank you, Deanna. I appreciate you for the lights. I'll post, hey, it's over on IG. Go ask questions. I can do that, but then that just means you have to go to my IG and go ask questions. But I'm parched. So thank you guys for joining the live. If you guys missed it, it's going to take me a little bit to export it and upload it. So definitely, am I growing out my beard? Yes, it is a little longer than usual. So it is growing a little bit. I'm also growing out my hair too. So I'm going to have some like long hair. I've tried doing it before, but I ended up cutting it because it got hot. But this time I'm like, okay, I can make it happen this time. I can make it happen. So, but if you guys want to, remember, Mondays and Thursdays, I go live 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We come, we hang out. You guys ask questions, we talk. And then I'm also going to be bringing back the cheating videos, meaning like I go live with somebody and they tell me about their cheating experience. And yes, like you don't have to show yourself on camera or anything. Like if you just want to show the avatar or whatever you have, perfectly fine. Like we do those all the time too. Like I'm gonna bring those back, and then I'm also gonna be doing another series about what's it called? Like I'm coming up with this score sheet on how to rank different people's relationship. It's actually cool. So that's going to be coming too, also 2025. So definitely, like I want you guys to be able to come to my live and have like an experience of like, hey, this is a show. This is like something I want to tune into. Not no battle bullshit. None of that panhandling stuff. You won't see me battle. Like that's not entertaining to me. I don't know why people do that. To me, I want you guys to join the live and be like, this is a lot of fun. I'd love to participate. I love to like, engage in all this stuff because it's fun. It's valuable. I get a lot of stuff from it. So that's why I invest a lot of money into the equipment. Like I'm not using my phone clearly. Like I have another angle over here. I have this. I pull up videos. Like I pull up the questions. I can pull up things. Like I invested a lot of money into the equipment for you guys because I want you guys to have the best experience possible where I can do this type of stuff. So I'm not gonna invest into all this equipment to do battles. Because somebody asked me, he's like, "How come you don't do battles?" And that's it's a no for me, dog. That's like, again, if you do battles, then cool, do your thing. But how I feel about it is like I feel like it's me sitting on the corner and being like, "Yo, need money." You know what I mean? Like it's a no for me, dog. But anyways, Monday I'm gonna be going live again. New episodes on the podcast every Monday. But like I said, Mondays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I go live for you guys. No, not 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My bad. 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time is when I go live, and I'm actually doing. I don't know if he's still on the IG, but I'm doing a podcast with I think his name is Sergio. So whenever that comes out, I'll share it to you guys because he wants me to be a guest on his. And if you're in the AZ area, and if you guys know about people because I want to get more people on the TikToks where I can ask them questions too, male and female, to get different perspectives on other people too, because yeah, it's cool seeing me answer the questions, but I also like to get like, hey, let me get this person's perspective. Even if nobody agrees with it, it's still good to hear their perspective. So, excuse me. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to be posting more TikToks right now too, so definitely check them out.